Hi guys, a couple of you have asked for a tutorial on how I tied my green and pink head scarf. So I was just going to show you now. As you can see, I have very short hair. I used to have quite long hair, but got all chopped off. So I need something to give me that nice bit of bulk in the back, so it looks like I have a nice high bun. You can do this look without having hair, and I'll try to show you that after the tutorial. But first I'll show you what you can use. I just made myself a bun shaper. All it is a scarf. I've rolled it up into a donut and stuffed it into a long pantyhose. I'll just give you a look so you can see. So just regular scarf, wrap it around my hands. Try to make sure it's even, because you'll find that when you're wrapping it, it becomes easy to twist one side and then the other side will be nice and smooth. So try to make sure it's nice and even. Like that. Don't worry about tucking the ends in because it's going to go into a stocking anyway. Excuse my kids, they're playing a game and they can't compromise on who's the lead controller. So you get your scarf, pop it in, give it a little bit of a play to make sure it's more of a circular shape. Then you have all this excess here. I should have mentioned this before. Make sure you use something like this, or you can cut a leg off one of your stockings. Otherwise, it'll be huge. And I mean, unless that's the look that you want to go for it. But you have this extra tail. Just wrap it around your scarf, and I'll just get this black bit here and fold it over like if you were to fold your socks. So you have, there it is there. Then what I do, I'm sure you can use lots of clips, like those little clasp clips maybe. I'm just going to take a bobby pin, give my hair a quick brush first. There we go. Take your bobby pin, take your poof, whatever it is, and find where you want it. So I want it about there. It will depend on your personal preference where you want it. Take your bobby pin and secure it through that little loop here.
Where's some pants?
They'll be in your bedroom, in the toy room. Secure it. It doesn't need to be perfect, like as you can see that's flopping around, that's fine, because I'm going to put a scarf over it to secure it. It's just to put it in place to begin with. So here is my scarf I'm going to use underneath. It's just a square scarf that I folded into a triangle, but you can use a rectangular, I'll just put that in properly. You can use a rectangular scarf if you like. It's just whatever you prefer really. It's just to cover up my hair and this lovely stocking poof. I'm just going to tie a normal tie, so I'll fling that over. Make sure my hair's behind my ears. Get it where I want it to sit and tie. So at the back, I fling this bit up here so it's out of the way. I'll tie it, make sure it's sitting on my ears, and then I'll bring this down, it's already come down, and I'm going to tuck it underneath the knot that I've just tied. So tuck it in there, and then give it another tight. You don't want it too tight, otherwise it will give you a headache. Now I've got these things here. Mine aren't very long, so I'm just going to stuff them underneath as well. But if you have longer ones, you can, oh, so now I can do that. I'll do that. You can bring it up and over just to get them out of the way. All right, so that's my first scarf. Second scarf is a long rectangular scarf. Now, this one is, as you can see, is quite wide. It's too long for my head, so I've just got to fold it to fit my head. It takes a bit of practice. I'm still getting used to how much I need to fold it. Basically, you want it to cover your hair if that's your desire. If you want your bangs out, you know, that's your choice. See how that's not covering? I folded it too much. Normally, without the poof, that would be a fine length for me, but because I've got the extra volume there, it's just too much. Also, yep, beautiful. So there it is there, hanging just down here. Bring it tight, and instead of, you can tie this if you want. I'm not going to, because I find that if it's too tight, I end up getting a headache. So I'm going to wrap them. So turn it around, and you'll find that this will help you get some nice pleats as well, some texture. And then I'm just crossing them over. So from one side to the other, see, just like that. And you also want them to be even in length. Okay, so we have this one. Then I'm going to take my pink sash. You can use a rectangular scarf. You will need to find one that's thin and fold it over to the how wide you like it. Otherwise you'll find that you'll get too much volume up here. Again, if that's a look that you're going for, by all means do it. I don't like having too much bulk around here. I prefer mine up the top at the back. I find that it's more complementary to my face shape. So what you're going to do, take your sash, you want it to be even, put it on top, bring it underneath your previous sashes, mine would be the green, and tie it. Now, not too tight. Make sure you don't do that too tight. I did mine too tight yesterday, and after about half an hour I had a headache, and that was not fun. Okay, now it's all backwards in the camera, I'm not used to it. Let's get that out of the way. I have these two lovely tails. I want to create a bit more height up on my head. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it. It's going to smooth it out, and I'm going to bring it up onto my crown, covering the pink sash. Hold it there. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Bring it up onto my crown, and then usually I'll fiddle with it a bit till I get it to the height and the spot that I like. It's all your own preference. Now I've got these two bits here. What do I do with them? Now, if your scarf is long enough, you can take the ends, and see there are some pockets here. Mine, I struggle with that, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is tuck it underneath the whole scarf. Pop it in under there. And same with the other side. Basically, when in doubt, stuff. That's my philosophy. Try to get all the fringes up like I have. Now you are left with this long thing. Now you can do whatever you like with this. You can leave it down like that, to one side if you prefer, or you can roll them up and put them up and then hide them. Oops. up to you. I quite like that. But for the look that I had yesterday, what I'm going to do is I've got these here. I like to have them by my side because I used to have long hair. I find it quite satisfying to have something on my shoulder, but it's a bit too long for me. So I'm going to take the ends and I'm going to bring them up behind my ear and stuff it underneath the scarf. Just like that. And now it's a lot more shorter for me, which is what I like. So yes, that's it. I do wear glasses with mine. I probably should have put them on first before I started wrapping, because you find that you can get too tight and it's too hard to put your glasses on. But just play around with it, you know, try to see what works for your face shape. Have fun. You can use any combination as you want of scarves. I just found my sash and I happen to quite like it. I forgot that I had it. So there we go, I'm just trying to fix that up. And this is the look. What you can do is, I don't have one with me now, but I usually have a little black hair clip. It's a shape of a flower, and I'll put it, you know, maybe somewhere here or on this side. Usually I like to do it on the other side, is where the tail is, and it just adds a little bit more interest and more dimension. Now, right, you don't have a poof and you're not going to make one. You'd rather just use your short hair. What you can do is get rid of that. You won't need this one either. Okay. Take your first scarf, fold it to fit your head shape. Now it will give a slight, a different look, because you won't have that lovely big bun on the side, or on the back, sorry. Twist and swap. If you want to knot it, you're more than welcome to. It's whatever it feels secure on your head. I like doing this because it's quick, it's easy, and I don't have to worry about my glasses being pulled too much or giving myself a headache, because that does happen. Now, what you want to do, same thing as before with the tails, bringing them over. First tail you want to bring over though is the one that's on the bottom. So this one here. I'm going to smooth it out. And you will also have to bring it up a little bit higher on your crown, like forward on your crown. Because if you bring it too far back, like where the poof was sitting, that would catch it to stop it from slipping backwards. You have to bring it up higher so it's more on your head. So do that, and then I'm going to tuck it under here. Just like that. Have this side, I'm going to smooth it out. It's quite common when you're tying a tie, you'll get the really weird scraggly bits. Like it just doesn't sit right. You just have to fold them in. Play with it, show it who's boss, where you want it to go. There we go, just like that. And tuck it underneath. Just play with it. See, barely looking the same, but I just don't have that big bump. Now I forgot to put on my pink sash. I'm too busy talking and listening to my children playing. So what I'm going to do, I'll put it on now. I'll fold it in half so it's not too wide, because I don't have a very big space up here. And then I'll put it on top, make sure the ends are even. Give it a little tie. Play with it a little bit. Now it's a bit hard for me to see because it's in the computer and it's mirrored, so it's not the size that I'm used to. I'll leave it like that, but I'm going to bring it up out of the way now so you can see what that looks like. Just give them a twist so they're nice and thin. And I'm going to stuff. So this here, stuff. And this one, because it's a bit too short, That's okay. I'll stuff it under where I can find. There we go. So that is that look as well, without the volumizer or poof. If you want any other tutorials, I'm more than happy to help. If you want other ideas of how to get the volume in your hair using just scarves without having to worry about making something like this, or buying a volumizer or buying loofahs or whatever, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Good day guys, and have a good one.